So we've made it to the end of our first season on both WSS and LFM. Season 1 on WSS and Season 13 on LFM both came to an end this weekend. So I thought I would take a moment just to have a look back at the stats and see how we actually did overall. As you know, it's not been that long since I started the channel, so this is the first time I've ever competed online in sim racing series. Sim racing series. So with that in mind, I'm pretty happy how it went. But let's jump in, take a look at how we did, and have a look forward potentially to next season's action. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at WSS. WSS is the series I started on when I first came to sim racing at the beginning of the year. So we was racing here longer than we were on LFM. Looking at the MX5 Cup, because that's pretty much where I did all of my racing on WSS, we managed to finish in 41st position overall, which I am really happy about. We took 388 points, 3 wins, 28 podiums. We started 148 races, retiring only 4 times in total. Yeah, we didn't just race in MX5 Cup Series races on WSS, we also raced in the Formula Juniors in 1 week. So looking at our overall stats for the season, we raced in, and there's a caveat with this, 154 races. The caveat is, at the time of recording this, WSS haven't taken a break like LFM. So season 2 has already begun on WSS. So this is my all-time stats. Unfortunately, there isn't like just a season 1 stats. I can't break them off for some reason. So that's just the way it goes in this, unfortunately. So yeah, 154 races in total, 5 wins, 5 clean gains, which is where you overtake 5 or more people and there is more than 5 people in the race. We had 55 clean finishes, actually 6 wins in total, so only 5 clean wins, but 6 wins in total. We finished in the top 3 32 times, the top 50% 61 times. We had an average instance of 2 incidents per race. We finished 150 of 154 of our races, and we did not finish 4 times. We got 14 positive kudos and -4 on kudos. So looking at these stats, definitely this season, I want to put more of an emphasis on trying to improve my cleanliness, I guess. I think it was very hard at the beginning when I first joined WSS to try and keep clean races when I was trying to get out a rookie license. They've made some changes which might make that a lot easier, which I'll go into in a little bit. But there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we discuss Season 2 on WSS. And first of all, that is just to take a look at where Full Throttle Racing came in the MX5 Cup Series. And we actually finished P17, which is pretty impressive because there are some really fast people in really fast teams out there. So the fact that I think for at least half of the season, if not more, it was just myself and Mick that were driving in the team, I think that's pretty good. But in total, we got 535 points between us, won 22 races, 145 podiums. As a team, we started 565 races and finished 490 of them. And speaking of Mick, a massive shout out to him. He did a fantastic job. He actually managed to finish P30 in the standings with 450 points, 6 wins, 53 podiums, 164 finishes from 181 starts. So well done, Mick. You finished in the top 30 of the MX5 Cup Series. So, yeah, like I say, awesome job, buddy. And hopefully next season I can be up there a bit further with you. So, I'm coming for you, Mick. So, of course, we're going to be mainly racing again in the MX5 Cup Series on WSS. It's going to be our primary series again. I do want to kind of branch into others if I can, because there are a few new ones this season I'm looking forward to. But there are some big changes in WSS. Now, you'll remember back to like a couple of months ago, I put out a video that like changes were needed. And I think they've actually addressed some of these changes with this latest update and this rule set for Season 2. So, divisions are now split on the license rating and not the pace rating. So, the pro drivers, the pro AM drivers, rookies. So, to register for a weekly race, you need to do 5 valid laps on the practice server. There is no more qualifying. So, the grid is based on your license and your pace rating. So, we'll talk about that in a minute. Tire blankets have been enabled. Thank goodness, the amount of times we got caught out in the early stages of our WSS racing career because lap 1, 2, 3, your tires were cold and people just were all over the place. But yes, they have turned on tire blankets. Thank you very much, WSS. That is going to make a massive, massive difference. And only 12 out of the 13 weeks of the season will count towards your final results. Obviously, that's why WSS have already started their new season and LFM have got week off this week. But yeah, I think it's some great changes. Like I said, tire blankets are a massive thing. And the no qualifying thing is something that they have adopted in multiple series across the platform. Now, depending on how you view this, this could be good or bad. So I think it's good, because the people who have put the time in to get their licenses are now going to be rewarded and put at the front of the grid. So you're going to have that separation where rookies are at the back, then you've got your AMs, your pro AMs, and your pros ahead of them. So I think that's really good. There should be kind of like a bit more of a pace separation. It's almost like having multi-class, but using the licenses instead of using multiple cars. Now, what I think this will do is it will maybe encourage more people to take their licenses. And I wonder if that's maybe a reason for the change. Maybe a lot of people on the platform aren't pushing forward and upgrading their licenses, but we'll see how it goes. People might argue that, you know, I don't want to do my licenses and, you know, on paper, on pace rating, I'm faster than that guy, so I should be ahead. But like I said, I think it will make for better racing and potentially better race starts as well, because the higher ranked license you are, in theory, the safer the driver. So you're staying away from all those rookies who might be better than you on pace rating because you've had a bad few weeks and your pace rating has dropped, but, you know, they're potentially not the safest of people. So I think it's a good change. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. So I also mentioned that there are multiple new series, one being the Clio Cup. Now, I'm quite interested in this. They are very difficult cars to drive, being front wheel drive cars, but I'm hopefully going to throw myself into this and see if we can't maybe get competitive in these, because this is something that will transfer also over to LFM because they also have a Clio Cup series. We've also got a renamed Formula Juniors series. This is the Formula Conspit. So that is previously the Formula Juniors category. And in addition, we have some more series for advanced licenses. So we have a Nürburgring series, Skippy Cup still there. We have the TCR versus GT4 series still. We have a Porsche Cup, which I think is new. We have the X-Bow Cup, which is new. Those things are absolute beasts. We have Multiclass, which is really good. So it's a weekly multi-class event, and they've actually split it out for American and Europeans so that they've got different start times. So again, that's really good because it's allowing people on different sides of the world to actually play and race at a more convenient time. We've got the F3 series. I'm pretty sure that was there before. And then we've got the RSR Mondays. Not sure if that was there or not. But all in all, it seems like they're trying to do more official weekly series, which I think is good. They are really trying to push and grow the platform. So I'm really excited to see where WSS goes this season. Okay, so moving on now to take a look at how we did in LFM. So in LFM, we were in Division 3 and we finished 111th in Division 3, scoring a total of 878 points from 48 races. Now, I don't think this is bad considering we only raced in 7 of the 12 weeks. We missed the first 4, and then week 7 we completely missed as well. So there's 7 weeks and we scored 878 points. I think that averages out to about, what, 110, 115 points per week. But again, I'm pretty happy with that. And I know next season, if I can commit more time to LFM, then we can certainly push up through the rankings a little bit more. But once again, I got to give a massive shout out to Mick. He took part in 10 of the 12 weeks and he actually finished in P3 in Division 3. Massive achievement. He only missed 2 weeks. He scored a total of 1,511 points, which is absolutely insane. He was very unlucky not to be in either first or second though, because for the majority of the week, he was right up there at the top. But it seems like Stefan and Thomas were both late to the party this week in racing, and when they did, they Fortunately managed to topple him from the top step, but massive effort from Mick, and I don't know what that means for next season, because he finished in P3 in Division 3. Whether he's now promoted to Division 2, he doesn't know either when I spoke to him about it. But we'll have to see next week when everything starts again as to what happens and what he's classified under for next season. Looking at the team roster, well, I'm not really sure how the points work, but like WSS, we actually finished in 17th position with 985.6867 points. Now, what I think is happening is the total points for your team is added up and it's divided by the number of people in your team. We have 3 members in Full Throttle Racing on LFM, and I'm not sure what division our other member is in, so I don't know how many points they accrued, but that's the way I think it works. But if you know better than that, please do let me know in the comments, because I'd be interested to know how it does work. So drilling down further into my statistics for the season, we raced in a total of 55 races. We managed 3 wins, 9 podiums, of which 6 were second to third, with a podium rate of 16%. We finished in the top 5 13 times, of which 4 of those were positions 4 and 5. The top 10 25 times, of which 12 of them were places 6 to 10. We got 2 poles. We didn't finish 1 time. We had average incident point of 5.8 incidents, and we managed 12 clean races. We finished the season with an ELO of 1,702, which is silver rating, and our safety rating sits at 8.52, which is an A2 class. With regards to the next season on LFM, the information is out there for the MX5 Cup Series, but unfortunately I am not allowed to share that at the minute. It's Patreon exclusive information, but this season does look like it's going to be really good. There are some tracks on there that I've not been to before, so some of it's going to be a learning curve, while others we know quite well, and hopefully we can go really well at those circuits. In addition, like I said, if I can get into the Clios, then hopefully I'll be able to do a bit of Clio Cup racing as well. But like I said, they are pretty difficult cars to drive, so I need to actually master driving those front wheel cars first before I commit myself to another series. But hopefully I'll get on okay with them, and it'll allow me to bring more content to the channel, as well as take part in more online racing. So there we go, guys. There is a review of Season 1 on WSS and Season 13 on LFM. I'm really looking forward to getting into the next season and to continue my sim racing journey. Thank you very much to everybody who's been along on the ride with me so far. If you want to get involved in either WSS or LFM, check out the description down below where you'll find links, and hopefully I will see you on track real soon. But all that's left for me to say now, guys, is thank you very much for watching, and until the next one, see ya.